What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I've got my cousin.
So,
You can call him Marvin.
yeah.
So, we're doing something a little bit different on the channel today. Usually, I do more like wrestling related stuff with my friend, but today he's here. He's a big fan of the Fast and the Furious movies, as am I. So we thought, why not? He wanted to be in a YouTube video. So let's do a ranking of all of the Fast and the Furious movies.
This is just our opinion.
Yes, our opinion. If you agree, that's awesome. If you disagree, that's fine too. Hobbs and Shaw is not in this list for two reasons. One, we wanted to stick to just the main movies itself, and number two,
We both didn't watch it.
yeah, we never watched it, so we both own it on DVD and Blu-ray.
Yep.
We just never seen it.
I just never had the time to watch it, basically.
Yeah. I mean, I've had the time. I've just always watched other movies. But anyway, without further ado, let's get right into it. Come at last place, which is obvious probably to the whole world, Tokyo Drift. Though it's the worst movie, it's still not a terrible movie.
It's not, no.
Like, I told this to him before, like, it's a good movie, it just doesn't deserve the Fast and the Furious title.
Yeah, if it was just Tokyo Drift.
Yeah,
then it's-
if the movie itself was just called Tokyo Drift and Fast and Furious wasn't added on, it was just Tokyo Drift, I think it would be given a lot more credit. And it would be enjoyed a lot more. Up next, at number 8, we've got The Fast and the Furious, the first one. What is it about this movie that you have it so low on the list?
Me, personally, I personally didn't like how, I just didn't like how, the fact that, Brian, blew his cover near the end and stuff. When he called in, that, you know how when Vince, got hurt and he called in to the air, to come rescue him, and then he blew his cover, and then,
Yeah.
and then they raced at the end. That part was good. I just didn't like how he blew his cover like that.
Yeah, like the concept, the main story, because like it's the first of its kind. There was no other Fast and Furious movie beforehand, and at the time, it was a great movie. But now, looking back, 9 movies later, it's not as good as what a bunch of them are. I kind of agree with you as to why it's so low. But anyway, up next at number 7, we have Fast and Furious 8, or The Fate of the Furious. I think it's kind of obvious why this one is so low. I think it's just because Paul Walker isn't in it. It's good. It just isn't the same without Paul Walker.
Yeah.
Which is odd because we have 9 higher on this list and he isn't in 9 either.
But we'll get to that.
But 9, they already had experience without Paul Walker in one movie, so that's why it's better because they learned to adjust and make it better with 8. It was good. I've only seen 8 one time.
Yeah.
So
it's
been a couple of years. I didn't, but anyway,
yeah. I personally, for 8, what I didn't like was the fact that Paul Walker wasn't on it, and 2, what I didn't like about it was just the whole concept of Cypher taking over and threatening to having his baby and if you work for me, your baby will be free. I just didn't. Yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah, but one thing I did like was how they still work Paul Walker into the story. They don't say he died. They just they still work him into the story, which is kind of interesting to me. I like it. Up next at number 6. For a long time, this was my favorite Fast and Furious movie until I rewatched them, was Fast 4.
I didn't like that one only because for me, it just felt kind of boring and just like I didn't like how like Letty supposedly died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was weird. And another thing is when people think Fast and Furious, like the first ones that pop into their head are like the more recent ones or the old ones. Like this one is probably like one of the last few that people think of when it comes to talking about Fast and Furious.
When I think of if I think of Fast and Furious, I think of Too Fast, Too Furious, or 5.
Yeah,
those are,
or even
9.
like 9 or even 7.
Yeah,
like which we're gonna get to all of those, by the way. But yeah, people don't think of 4. I enjoyed it my first time ever watching 4, like 7 years ago. Because before that, I had never even heard of Fast and Furious, and then I watched through the first 6 because at the time 7 wasn't out. So I watched through the first 6, and 4 was my favorite until I rewatched them, and then my knowledge of the story got better. And
I own them all except 9.
But 9,
but yeah,
at the time of filming, 9 isn't out on DVD or Blu-ray yet.
I mean, we both went to the theaters and watched it together. He took me, but yeah.
Anyway, that was 4. Now we're in the top 5. At number 5, we have Furious 6.
Now, I want to say something about that. The thing I like about Fast and Furious 6 is how Letty's back and stuff, and then they chase Owen Shaw into the airplane and fight him. That's the part I like. What I didn't like was just in general how like people betrayed, like that one girl betrayed the Hobbs and stuff near the end. It was good.
And
but.
it was good. But from a story, personally, I think this is the worst story that they tell. Like, the action that you see in the movie, like, this is the first movie where they brought in a tank.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So, like, the things you see are good, but...
the story didn't really
as far as the story...
I guess they had to
for me, it was the worst story.
They had to find a way to bring in Letty, I guess.
Yeah. Up next, at number 4, we have Furious 7.
That's... it was okay. Like, the beginning part I liked. It's just... near the end... I don't know.
What makes it better, though, than number 6?
Probably the fact that... I mean... I can't really answer that, to be honest. I don't really know.
I think what makes it better than 6 is because Paul Walker passed away during the filming and they still managed to release it and still have a good story being told.
The fact that
he passed away during the filming.
And the fact that his brother wanted to continue.
Yeah.
Because they had part of it done, and if his brother didn't want to continue, that would have ruined the whole story.
Yes,
so
I think it would have too.
Yeah.
Yes. And just the fact that it kind of made more sense for Tokyo Drift.
It did, yeah.
Because technically the story for Tokyo Drift takes place in between 6 and 7.
When Han supposedly...
we find more about that in 9.
Yeah.
But we'll get there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that's another good thing about 7 is that it makes Tokyo Drift make more sense. Mm-hmm. If you've seen Tokyo Drift but you've never seen Fast 7, go watch 7 because the story makes more sense then. Top 3. Coming in at number 3, we have Too Fast, Too Furious.
The first movie that when they brought in Roman Pierce, I like.
This is my favorite of the early ones.
I did, yeah.
I love this one. I think I've seen this one probably more than any of the other.
Me too.
Ones.
The reason I like is just the police chases, the way that they swap cars. I like that. It just,
that was cool, and I just like the whole like feel of it, like the area it's filmed in. It's what, like Miami or something.
Yeah, Miami.
Just that whole area that it's filmed in is a
Good
cool
camera angles.
Good camera angles, but like it's a cool environment, and I love it. Probably, if we're ranking these based like worst to best, but if we ranked them least favorite to favorite, number 2 would probably be a number 1 for me.
Yeah.
Coming in second place,
9.
F9.
The newest.
Most recent one.
So.
The first one that The Rock is not in since 4. He was in all of them after 4. But
do you want to go or
you can?
Okay, so they left, or they made the viewers like surprised because they brought in Han. And in the movie he explains that he faked his death.
Spoiler alert, by the way.
Yeah, my bad.
I should have said that at the beginning.
But yeah, and then Mia comes back and all that. They like reunite and stuff.
They still work Brian into the story too. They don't. Which, by the way, at the end, here's another major spoiler. At the end, it seems like coming up in the 10th one, somehow, some way, they're gonna have Paul Walker in it.
Because you see a Nissan Skyline, blue, kind of like the ones when Paul Walker always drives, pull into the driveway, ends just like that, and I can't wait till 10.
We still have about a year or two before 10.
I know, but
and it sucks because 10 is gonna be the final one.
I thought they were going to 11.
10 is going to be in 2 parts, so it's going to be 10 part 1 and 10 part 2. Kind of like how Hunger Games ended in 2 parts, Harry Potter ended in 2 parts. So that's how they're doing it.
But honestly, 9, personally, like
9 was great.
9 was great. I mean, like he said, they're like, what you said about how they're used to transition.
That's why 8 wasn't that good, because Paul Walker wasn't in it, so they were trying to adjust to it, and now with 9 they already have the experience without him, so they kind of knew how they needed to adjust to make it better. Also, me being a big wrestling fan, John Cena's in this one now.
Yes, that was...
And just the story that they told in this one, with John Cena being Dom's long-lost brother that he didn't ever get along with.
And then at the end, they
make up.
They make up and gives him a 10-second card.
Do you think John Cena will be in 10?
I hope.
I hope so. But, coming up, number 1, what we feel is the best... Not our favorite, but the best Fast and Furious movie. Fast 5.
I personally like how they break Dom out of the bus, and then they go to Rio, Brazil, and they want to take down Reyes and steal the vault, which was good.
The first one that The Rock is in.
Yes. Which The Rock did really good.
He did.
By the way.
Yes. Great story as well. I don't know if it would be the best story, but it's still a very good story.
Yeah.
But for me, what would put it at number 1 as being the best is just the action and the...
Yeah.
Like...
All the destruction.
Yeah,
the
action,
planning.
destruction.
Like when they're in the middle of the chase, the vault goes up into a garbage truck to replace it with an empty one, and it's just like...
Yep.
It's just so much planning, and it's
really good. But yeah, that was it. That was our Fast and Furious movie ranking.
Yep.
If you guys like these non-wrestling related videos, well, let me know down in the comments.
We might rank video games.
Who knows? I got Madden. We can rank Madden games. I've got GTA. We could rank those. Sticking with the wrestling thing. He's not a wrestling fan, but he loves the video games.
I like it to a point,
But
yeah.
We could do more movies.
Yep.
I'm currently watching through all of the Rocky movies.
Ooh.
So
I watched all the Rambo movies, by the way.
I've never seen Rambo.
Rambo's a really good movie. I own them all.
Yeah, that's it. Give us ideas what you want to see. 4 videos in 2 months. I'm on a roll.
Yeah.
That's never happened before. If you guys do some digging, you'll find a small, maybe like 30-second video on my channel from like 6 years ago that he was in.
Now get this. I was like 6 or 8, and I'm 14 now.
No, I don't think you were that young. 8 maybe, but not 6.
And I'm 14 now, so it's
gonna be 15 in like 10 days.
Yeah. 16. 15. 15 days,
Yeah. Turn 15 in 15 days.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for watching. And we will see you guys next time.